Hello and welcome to class, everyone. It's good to have you join us. Today, we're going to start doing a review of lots of different things. After class, there will be extra practice available. Let's get started. You should have a whiteboard and a marker or paper and pencil. The very first thing I'd like you to do is write down this number, 375. 375. We're going to do a quick review of place value. This is the ones, this is the tens, this is the hundreds. Okay? 375. The place value past the hundreds is the thousands. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be working with a lot of numbers that have thousands in them. Clear your board. Okay. I'm going to write a number and we're going to read it. You ready? The number is 1,467. 1,467. When you write a number with the thousands place, when you say thousand, you're going to put the comma. That comma tells you it's thousand. 1,467. We're going to write that number in expanded form. Expanded form is when you write the value of each digit in the number. So the first number we'll write is 1,000. Because this is not a 1. This is a 1,000. We know that because it is the fourth number in the thousands place. We're going to put a plus sign. The next one, this is not a 4. This is a 400. Plus, this is not a 6. This is a 60 because this is the tens place value. So you put a 60. Lastly, this is a 7 because it is in the ones place value. So when you write a number, this is called standard form. Standard form means you're just writing the number itself. This one is called expanded form. Expanded form means that you are expanding the number to show the value of each number. So again, this is standard, this is expanded. I would like you to write the following numbers in standard form. Just write the number. I'll say the number and you write it. 2,423. 2,423. I will write it now. 2,000. When you hear the thousand, you need to put the comma. 423. That's standard form. Here's your next number. 4,571. 4,571. I'm going to write that now in standard form. 4,571. Check your numbers. Do they match mine? You did very well. Go ahead and clear your board. Now I'm going to give you a number. I'm going to write it. We're going to read it together. Then I'd like you to write it in expanded form. Here's the number. Can you read that number? 3,587. 3,587. Write that number in expanded form. When you write in expanded form, it's going to read just like you say it. 3,000 500 87. Expanded form means you write it out just as you say it. 3,587. Let's do one more. Can you read this number? $7,924. 7,924. Go ahead and write that number in expanded form. Remember, when you write it in expanded form, it's going to write out exactly what you say. 7,924. 7,924. Nice job, everybody. Now we're going to switch over to practicing our multiplication facts. One way that a lot of people learn their multiplication facts is by memorizing, and they have a really good memory for them. However, I'm not very good at memorizing, so I learned a way to learn my multiplication facts by learning how to count by each number. The very first two numbers that are the easiest to learn are 5s and 2s. So the very first thing I'd like you to do is write out counting by 5s up to 60. I'm going to do it on my board while you do it on yours. Let's count that together. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. If you can count this, you are able to multiply by 5s. For example, 9 times 5. You can count with tallies or with your fingers or with touch math points, but you need to count 9 5s. You ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 9 times 5 is 45. Some people may already have that memorized, but if you don't, a very easy way to know your 5s is just to count by 5s to get the answer. The next one that most people know are going to be your 2s. We're going to practice our 2s because today, when we get to our multi-digit multiplication, we're going to be multiplying by 5 and 2. So let's count out by 2s. You're going to count out by 2s to 24. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. If you already know those, then you already know how to multiply by 2s. If you don't have that memorized, that's something that you can practice with all our extra work today. Okay? I'm going to clear my board. Right now, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write out your 2s. Go. Time's up. Let's see how you did. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. Nice job. Go ahead and erase your work. Now, that's going to carry us into our multi-digit multiplication. It's really easy when you have a problem like 2 times 4, because you can count by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8. The answer is 8. Many times, how am I supposed to know what 2 times 24 is when I can't count 24 twos? Well, you don't have to do 2 times 24. Just like when you add 48 plus 21, you don't have to add 48 and 21. Instead, you add each column. You can do 8 plus 1, which is 9, and then you add 4 plus 2, which is 6. Just like you add each column here, you do the same thing when you multiply. You're not doing times 24, you're doing 2 times 2 and 2 times 4. Let me show you what I mean. Our first problem is going to be 24 times 2. Now, do you remember at the very beginning of this lesson when we did expanded form? You're going to need to know how to do expanded form when we multiply. That's why we reviewed it. Very first thing you're going to do is draw a box. And you're going to draw a box with 2 rectangles. You're going to do it with 2 rectangles because 24 is a 2-digit number. Then you're going to take 24 and you're going to write it in expanded form on top of the box. In expanded form, 24 is 20 plus 4. Then over here, you're going to put your 2. Now, instead of 2 times 24, you're going to do 2 times 20 and 2 times 4. Now, in this box is going to go these 2 numbers. We're still multiplying. So the very first thing you're going to do is 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. That's great. But this problem is not 2 times 2. This is 2 times 20. When you have that extra 0 holding a place value, you just add it on. There is 1 0 in 20. So we're going to add 1 0 to the 4. So 2 times 2 is 4, but 2 times 20 is 40. Now we're going to do the same thing in this box. We're still going to use the 2, but now we're going to use the 4. Now we have to do 2 times 4. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 times 4 is 8. After you've filled in both boxes, you add the 2 numbers. So you're with that, we want to add 40 plus 8. You want to make sure, though, that you line up the numbers correctly, because 8 is in the ones place value. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus nothing is 4. So your answer is 48. Sometimes kids will do this, though. They won't pay attention to where they put their numbers, and they'll put a 0. They'll do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and they'll get 120. When you move one of the numbers out of the correct place value, it messes up your answer. You have to make sure that you line them up correctly. Go ahead and clear your board. We're going to do another problem. Are you ready? We're going to do 84 times 5. Now remember the very first thing you have to do. You have to draw your box. And it's going to have 2 sections to it because 84 has 2 digits. You're going to write 84 in expanded form. 80 plus 4. And then you're going to put 5 here. You're going to multiply. In this box, you're going to do 5 times 80. Let's count out 8 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5 times 8 is 40. Now, many times kids may confuse this. This 0 right here is for the 40. This 0 right here is part of the 80. We still have to add another 0 because 5 times 8 is 40, but 5 times 80 is 400. In the next box, we're going to multiply 5 times 4. Let's count out 4 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5 times 4 is 20. We do not have to add another 0 because this is the ones place value. There is no zeros behind it. Now we're going to add 400 plus 20. Make sure you line everything up still. 0, 2, 4. 84 times 5 is 420. Nice job. Okay, I'm going to give you the next problem, and I'm going to see how much of it you can do on your own. I think one of the things that's really scary for kids when they're learning something new is making a mistake. But right now, no one's going to know if you make a mistake. So what I'd really like you to do is try to do this problem on your own. Go ahead and copy it down. It's 56 times 2. I'm going to set my alarm. I'm going to give everybody just a minute to practice this and see if you can get the answer. Don't forget to write your number in expanded form. Don't forget to multiply in the first box. Add your 0. Multiply for the second box. And then at the very end, you add your answers, making sure you line everything up. Go ahead and take a look at my answer. The answer to 56 times 2 is 112. Nice job, everybody. Go ahead and clear your board, and we are finished with multiplication for today. The next thing we're going to tackle are fractions. And we're just going to do a little bit of an introduction today. Okay? Fractions is just a fancy way of saying a part of something. We talk about fractions when we split things up or we have to share something. For example, this is my candy bar. I love Hershey candy bars. I can eat one whole one. But sometimes I might be with my friend. And if I'm with my friend, I like to share because that's what friends do. So I don't get to eat my whole candy bar. Instead, I'm going to split it in half. We are each going to get a half. I have half, and my friend has half. We each have a part. When we write this as a fraction, we're going to write how many parts we each get. I got one part. This is my part of my Hershey bar. How many pieces, though, did we have? We had 2 pieces because there's 2 people. So I get 1 out of 2. The top is the part. The bottom is the whole, meaning how many pieces was that whole thing cut into. So 1/2 means I got 1 piece out of 2 pieces. Let's try a little bit of that. What fraction of these symbols are x's? First, let's count how many are x's. One of them is an x. How many total are there? There are 3 shapes. So 1 out of 3 are x's. That means 1/3. 1/3 means 1 out of the 3 are x's. So sometimes it might be a group. Sometimes it will be something split up. For example, it will be part of something rather than a group, like the X and the O's. This is my pizza. When I got my pizza, it was cut like this. And I ate this piece. How many pieces did I eat? What fraction of the pizza? Well, I ate 1 piece. So 1 goes on top. How many pieces, though, are there all together? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I ate 1 out of 4 pieces. This is what a fraction does. It shows you what part of the whole you are using, eating, cutting off, selling, whatever it happens to be. That's what a fraction shows you. 1, I'd like you to give me the fraction of shaded pieces. How many are shaded? What fraction is shaded? I have 1 shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. 1 out of 6 is shaded. Nice job. Thank you so much for all your attention today. Please be sure to practice all these skills with all the extra work we have available. Have a good day and we'll see you tomorrow.